Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification. What is going on? Isn't it cringe? Cringe is why I say, look, man, I say it's cringe that that Terence Crawford is being pushed on by the media. He's being groomed by the media. I'm not talking about the media on YouTube. I'm not talking about them because I think that I haven't really heard anything from media on YouTube, but I have been seeing like ESPN, Stephen A. Smith, to say to it's been plenty. We seen Charlemagne the God. These guys are asking and grooming Terence Crawford to fight Canelo Alvarez. Now, here's the problem that I see with that. Terence Crawford has came out and he said that there's weight classes for a reason, and he probably won't be at past 154 pounds. That's probably his end, right? And now in recent time, we've seen Terence Crawford come out and say that he's willing to fight Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds. Now that is called grooming, my friends. That's how the media is trained to do. They're trained to ask you all of these questions, and that's for you to start questioning that, and basically go out of your weight class 3 divisions higher to 168 pounds to take on probably one of the guys that is highly high on the pound for pounders. Yes, he's getting older. Yes, of course, but it's still the power, the work that Canelo Alvarez will put on Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford has power. Of course he does. He has power in both hands. He's a very tricky fighter. He's a switch hitter, and he's a very good fighter, but Canelo Alvarez is the type of guy where you never even seen him hurt. How will Terence Crawford be able to hurt him? And I think we've seen that um Canelo Alvarez is getting better at cutting off the ring. Now, if Canelo Alvarez is still trash at cutting off the ring, where in the Bivol fight, he was cutting off the ring to a certain point. Now, after a while, when he started getting fatigued and he could not go anymore, now he's going to have to move around and keep him at bay. And I think that that's why he's willing to go up to 168 pounds. He's definitely going to have to move around and keep him at bay. And that's going to be the same game plan that Jermell Charlo is bringing to the table. Now, how effective will Terence Crawford be? I'm saying this reminds me of Amir Khan going up in weight and taking on a guy like Canelo Alvarez and ultimately getting laid out. And I see the same for Terence Crawford if he really wants that fight at 168 Jamel probably fights. Maybe he got eager that he won't be able to fight for all the belts in one shot if he has to fight Jamel Charlo and Jamel Charlo loses. Maybe he's not really up to that task. He would have to get past a guy like Tim Tszyu who has the belt now. Unfortunately, to be honest, I don't like how that went. You know what I'm saying? You're an email champion. I mean, how could you parade that around? How could you really call yourself a champion? It is what it is. We've seen it time and time again. Guys like Devin Haney, and they parade it like they really want it inside of the ring, which is false. But he would have to go up and probably fight Tim Tszyu or somebody. And maybe he just wants the shot at undisputed. And I think that that's why he's willing to go up to 168 pounds. He sees that Jermell Charlo probably will not be beating Canelo Alvarez, and he just wants to take the shot straight to the guy. But he's been groomed. He's been groomed, and he's been groomed by the media. The media is telling Terence Crawford they want to see him fight Canelo Alvarez, putting him at risk, not knowing that they don't give a fuck about him. Obviously how could they give a fuck about him? And maybe he's just taking it as a marketing scheme. Let me just call him out and just pray that he just doesn't call my name, and that could be also a thing. Because that we've seen that time and time again as well. But I mean, they groomed Terence Crawford. Now he's calling out Canelo Alvarez. He's saying that he would like to fight Canelo Alvarez, and I think that they want to see him get killed inside of the ring. And it's like Amir Khan, man. It's the same thing. This is not Terence Crawford is a great fighter, but to go up to 168 pounds is very dangerous. He can't probably even get up to 168 pounds in real life, let alone going up to 168 to be the guy that probably walks around at 180, 190. It just would not make sense, to be honest. What's going on, Pounds? What's going on, bro? OG Blaze says, if Bud fights Canelo, I would respect him. He hasn't done anything risky in his whole career. Shit, I got Tia whooping him too. Look, man. Yeah, of course. I mean, I respect Terence Crawford. He's a good fighter. He's a really good fighter for the 135, 140, 147. He's a very good fighter in those weight classes. I can even see him going up to 154 pounds and being able to beat Canelo Alvarez. Definitely not. I mean, I think if people are like, yeah, we want to see this fight, I think 100% that they want to see this guy get killed inside of the ring, because there's no way in hell, you know, can he possibly beat Canelo Alvarez? I give him no shot. I give him zero shot. He's very skilled, very, very skilled fighter. But at the end of the day, I think the power, the body shots, everything was just way too much on Terence Crawford, and it just probably will be over. I don't see Terence Crawford being able to beat Canelo Alvarez. It's just no way in hell you're gonna be able to go up to 168 pounds and be effective. I think that he needs to slow his roll. He got groomed by the media. He took what they've been saying, and he's taking it to heart, and he really thinks that he could possibly do it. I don't feel like no fighter is scared or anything like that. And I feel like Terence Crawford does feel like he could beat him, because he is a dynamic fighter. But at the end of the day, there's no way in hell anybody that has your health and wealth in mind is, maybe they might have your wealth in mind, but not your health. That they really care about you. You know what I'm saying? They really just don't. They really just want to see a fight. They want to see who's better, but they don't care about the weight class thing. They don't care that you have to go up. Little bit of trouble and and you just keep getting hit with heavy shots. And one thing about Canelo Alvarez, he's a very accurate fighter. So think about that. You know what I mean? Think about that. You talking about a dude who probably don't even walk around at 168 pounds, probably way less. You know what I'm saying? So all I see in that fight is just a money fight. It's a money grab. Would I see it? Hell yeah, I'll see that fight. I mean, I kind of know the outcome of that fight. I'll see it because, obviously you called him out. I want to see if you really about that life. You know what I'm saying? But do I see him winning? Do I have him winning? Hell no. And if anybody has him winning, it's crazy to me. It's crazy. I mean, I think we've seen crazier things in boxing, so maybe I won't say it's crazy to me, but it's just it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't feel like Terence Crawford should feel pressured. I don't feel like Terence Crawford should allow himself to be groomed, you know, by the media. I don't think that he should, because I don't think that really fans, real hardcore fans, aren't calling for that fight, in my opinion. From what I've seen, they're not really calling for that fight. And the media members that have been asking for that are pretty much known as casuals inside of the sport of boxing, who probably just watch that one Terence Crawford Earl Spence fight, and after that they went on a marketing parade going to network to network. But it's unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably only the three fighters that they know: Earl Spence, Terence Crawford, and Canelo Alvarez, and that's it. They don't even know Canelo's last name. You know what I'm saying? So they obviously don't have the best interest in mind for Terence Crawford. They could care less. They just want to see who's the best. That's it. Who's better. But there's weight classes for a reason, as Terence Crawford once stated. There's weight classes for a reason, you know. So how could you from from one night to the next, you're gonna say, nah, I think I'll take on Canelo Alvarez. It just makes zero sense. Like I said, he was groomed by the media. The media kept putting that in his head, and he's believing that shit. You know, these dudes suffer from CTE, bro. You know what I'm saying? All that punch to the top of your noggin. You know what I mean? You getting punched with a full fist. You know, these dudes got CTE, bro. They confused sometimes. You know what I mean? They acting like that dude from Nebraska, robbing shit. You know what I'm saying? There's no way in hell. Dog, like somebody should knock some sense into him and his trainer. His trainer got a worse CTE, in my opinion. Surgeon, what is going on, bro? What's good? Yeah, man. I feel like his trainer has worse CTE. You know what I'm saying? His big ass ain't. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, there's been crazier things, but I literally give Terence Crawford 0% chance of beating Canelo Alvarez. Come on now, let's be serious. Maybe Canelo, gets older and older. You know what I'm saying? He has obviously a fight deal with PBC. I don't know if Terence Crawford is still, but also, you got to remember this. Errol Spence triggered the rematch clause. So we will be seeing Errol Spence, Terence Crawford next in December, supposedly. We probably will be seeing that fight. So obviously that fight would not be able to be made this year. Obviously that fight will probably not even be able to be made next year. We probably see Canelo Alvarez towards the end of the year. September 15th is probably not the date that he'll be fighting, but it would probably be seeing. Oh, he'd be fighting September 30th. You probably see him at the end of the year, maybe towards something like November, December, probably. Fight David Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? Or in May. You know what I mean? This will probably be his last fight of the year. He probably come back May and fight Benavidez or somebody else. So it Canelo Alvarez probably won't even be a reach to like a year or two from now. You know what I'm saying, for Terence Crawford, and by that time we'll definitely see what Canelo Alvarez is looking like. But other than that, man, I just don't understand why the media is trying to groom Terence Crawford into believing that he could possibly beat Canelo Alvarez. There are weight classes for a reason in boxing. You are at 100 and you you were notable at 135. You went up to 140, conquered being coming undisputed. Then went up to 147. Took a while, but you got it accomplished. Fought the next best thing inside of that division. You fought Earl Spence. You beat him. Became undisputed. That's a career on itself. Now you could go up to 154 pounds and possibly beat a guy like Tim Tszyu, possibly beat a guy like Jermell Charlo. I give him more the benefit of the doubt if he fights one of those guys. But other than that, it 100, even 160, it'd be tough. Even if at 160 pounds really ain't nobody, but just the power is alone. You got to think about that. If he's fighting at 154 pounds next, that would be two weight classes. It's been done before. What's going on, Mark Nash? Yeah, it definitely has, but I give him zero chance. Like, he might have the skill set. But come on, bro. Like, you can't fall in love with a performance from 147 pounds. And obviously, I mean, I give him more of the benefit of the doubt at 154 pounds, but I still think he might even lose at 154 pounds. He hasn't even gotten there. You know what I'm saying? Skill wise, of course, he's a very skilled fighter. That's why he's the number one pound for pound fighter. But we talking power. Yeah, no, see, yeah, you just came in, but he is being groomed by the media. At first he was saying that there was weight classes for a reason, this and that. Now he's starting to call them out. Now he's starting to call out Canelo Alvarez. That is called grooming. They groomed him into really believing that shit. You know what I'm saying? They really groomed that man into believing that he could go up there. Of course, fighters gonna believe that, but he was saying that first. There are weight classes for a reason. He was never saying that he was going to 168 pounds to fight Canelo Alvarez. He never said that. Now, after being groomed, he's saying that, yeah, he'll take on Canelo Alvarez after he did Charlemagne the God, after he did Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, they groomed him, bro. That's called grooming inside of media. That's what they did to him, bro. I mean, it's no other way. At first he was saying that he was this weight class is for a reason. Of course, this weight class is for a reason. Nobody was pressuring him. No fans are pressuring him into fighting Canelo Alvarez. Let's talk about that. No fan is pressuring him into doing that because we know it's 168 pounds. Why the fuck would you even go up there? You know what I'm saying? It makes zero sense. Like Roy Jones, why do all that? I get it. You trying to create greatness. You trying to go for greatness. Of course, if he did it, of course you got to respect the move. You know what I'm saying? But we got to talk about his well being as well. You can't just be like, nah, fuck it. I want to see it. I want to see it too. Shit, why not? Right? But they groomed him into that doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? He could try. He could try, but he ain't gonna be able to. He's already tied in. That rematch clause has been triggered. We're gonna see him fighting Earl Spence at the end of the year, which should be an all right fight. You know what I'm saying? I like that fight. Do it twice. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. And we talking about Canelo Alvarez probably possibly fighting it back in May against possible another PBC fighter. So I mean it's gonna take some time. You know what I'm saying? But OG Blaze does Martinez at Bud beating Canelo or something. Bud wants good retirement money. Yeah, man. I mean, we gotta see they well being too. You know what I'm saying? Yes, but one thing that I do like though is if he goes up to 154 pounds, it probably won't be this year, right? So he goes up to 154 pounds, it'll be moving gradually. You know what I'm saying? It'll definitely be moving gradually, but 154 to 168, that's a lot of pounds, bro. That's a lot. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And this is the comparison that I'm making it to. I'm making it to a Amir Khan. I feel like that's exactly what we're going to look at. We're going to see a guy who's going to come in there like Amir Khan. He's going to give a little bit of trouble here and there, but ultimately the power is just going to be way too much for him, bro. And I mean, if we want to see an Amir Khan situation again, it is what it is. But I'm not opposed to him going for greatness. I'm just being realistic. You know what I'm saying? If he wants to go for greatness, chase that greatness, ain't no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Even though Jamel Charlo doing the same thing, 154 to 168. Again, he's a bigger dude though. You know what I'm saying? He is a bigger dude, so he might be able to withstand that. But 154 to 168 for Terence Crawford, who was at 135, going up the way up to 168. It's greatness if he did that shit done. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit is greatness. I mean, he probably puts himself probably the top dude. I mean, the top dude that we've ever seen in the sport. You know what I'm saying? If he does that, I mean, I, I'm just being realistic on that's a tough task to do as well. Yeah, definitely let him try if he wants it, but he's not gonna get it till like a year from now. You know what I'm saying? Gonna fight Canelo when he's 37, going up to 168. Yeah, don't see him doing anything. If we care so much about their well-being, the sport witnesses. Fuck him. Fuck him then. Fuck him. Let's see him. Let's see him get decapitated in the ring. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Let's fuck it. Why not? You know what I mean? Hey, let's get that shit done. Let's get it done, man. You know what I'm saying? I will message him every single day. Get that shit done ASAP. Fuck Errol Spence. Fuck that contract shit. Fuck him. Let's try to get that shit done. Go to his press conference. Push his ass. If we don't give a fuck about him, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, I don't. If he loses, if Jamel wins a few rounds, you know what they're gonna say. I mean, it depends, bro. I don't think that Jamel got a real big enough following for people really to care too much. But then again, Daniel Dubois ain't have no following, so I don't know, dog. You know what I'm saying? But to get to this level, You have to be extremely strong-minded and have enormous will. Nobody is grooming him. He wants three-time undisputed, a payday, and the biggest challenge probably in boxing history. It is grooming, brother, because like I just stated earlier, at first he was saying that weight classes, there are weight classes in boxing for a reason. He was never calling out Canelo Alvarez. You see what I'm saying? Once he started doing Charlemagne the God, once he started fucking with casual ass media people, when he started doing the drink champ, started doing that Gilly the Kid joint, that's when he started really thinking like that. After that, now we starting to see Canelo Alvarez. If you go back, look at the timeline, you start seeing that when Terence Crawford beat Earl Spence, he was never saying Canelo's name. After the media, after going to all these platforms and them asking him about Canelo Alvarez, that's when that was planted into his head. At first, he was never really thinking about that. You see what I'm saying? So it's grooming by the media. I haven't seen nobody on YouTube really calling them out, but I really don't be watching too much. But I haven't seen nobody really call him, saying, "Oh no, Terence Crawford has to fight Canelo Alvarez." Because why would that even be a thing? We talking about a dude that's at 147 pounds going straight to 168. Let's say he does go to 154 pounds. Let's say if he does move gradually, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? He might be able to endure a little bit more power. But at the end of the day, dog, you gotta look at that Amir Khan situation is the same shit. It's too much power. At 168 pounds, come on, bruh. With a dude that's never been hurt, you gonna be the guy to do it? Yeah, you a very skilled fighter, but we gotta think about it like that too. You know what I'm saying? If he loses, if he wins, he'll be the GOAT. He'll be the GOAT. If he wins, he's the GOAT. That's it. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. No doubt. He'll be the GOAT. You can't. I'm not mad. I'm not mad if he does it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta respect it. He's gonna do his best. He's gonna get, if he does the job done, he gets the job done. I'm not protective of any of these fighters. My job as a fan or media member isn't to be the matchmaker. I mean, I've heard that, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, bruh, you know, fuck him. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he gonna get his ass whooped. Like I said, we're gonna see this dude decapitated in the middle of the ring, and you gonna move on to the next dude anyways. You know what I'm saying? It's like it is what it is. You know what I mean? If a dude take a loss, he took a loss. It don't fucking matter. But let's be realistic. Now we gonna say it's like Canelo Alvarez really saying he's going to 100 to heavyweight. Bro, come on, bro. You gotta be realistic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If he does it, that's great. Fuck it. You're not playing. You don't care. As a fan, you're not gonna care. But it being realistic, uh, Tyson Fury, anybody gonna beat the living shit out of him. He gonna be decapitated in the middle of the ring, bruh. You know what I'm saying? We just have to be realistic. It's not about, oh, I'm playing matchmaker or I'm playing. I could care less. But the thing is we have to be realistic about the situation as well. It's not like I'm asking Devin Haney to go up to uh 168 or 154 or 147 right away. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? You gotta move gradually. Like Teofimo Lopez. I'm gonna tell him, yeah, you gotta go to you can go to 147. Fuck it. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? It takes time, bro. It takes time. Obviously, he's gonna gradually probably get there. I mean, I'm not knocking that. He got to go to 154, of course. He gonna probably fight a guy like who, like Tim Tszyu, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, he gonna go up to what, 160. Hey, I don't even know if he get up to 168. Do he even walk around 168 pounds? Mosey, Roy, Pacquiao, Broner all skipped a weight, went up in weight, and won a title, and got their ass whooped and all. They all did the same thing. They all won a title, got their ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? It's no coincidence that many boxing professionals are edging Bud to win in spite of the weight. Um, yeah, I don't know about that. I think that they just really saying that because they want to see the fight. They trying to get Canelo Alvarez mad. I mean, we seen Oscar De La Hoya. He said the same thing. He says Crawford beats him. You know what I'm saying? But I think after that performance he put on Earl Spence, you know what I mean? I mean, that was a really good fucking performance. It still has people buzzing. People still talking about it. That was amazing. You know what I mean? But if you going up from 147 to 154 to 168, bro, I can understand this motherfucker was at 160. Even at that, I'll be like, damn, that's gonna be a tough fight at 160. Even if this motherfucker was 154, hell yeah, he beats Canelo Alvarez. I feel like too much power though, bro. Canelo should fight Benavidez. That's a competitive fight. I mean, to be honest, yeah. I mean, Benavidez, we know he's a bigger dude. He throws punches and bunches, you know what I'm saying? But not as skilled as Bud, right? So we're going to give Bud the benefit of the doubt. He's more skilled, you know what I'm saying? He's more skilled, but can you withstand all that? You got dropped by a dude like Gamboa, bro. Let's be fucking honest here. You got, Kavalaskis, bro. You know what I'm saying? So come on, man. It's the different story. Yeah, you might you might try to Amir Khan and shit. You gonna have some little success here and there, yeah, because you fresh, your skills are there. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna have your little work too. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's just gonna go in there and get obliterated. You know what I'm saying? Amir Khan didn't get no obliterated. You know what I'm saying? But if we being realistic, there's no way I'm edging. No. If I'm putting my money on somebody, I'm putting on Canelo Alvarez to decapitate this dude in the middle of the ring, and we're gonna see a stretcher come out that night, bro. And I'm gonna be laughing because it's just out of this world, bro. To even think that something like that could happen. I agree, Canelo won't get a lot of credit, but I don't care if he gets a lot of credit. I could care less about Canelo's credit. I mean, I think at this point, bro, I think his legacy is already stamped. I don't really think he's going for trying to be the greatest fighter in the world either. You know what I'm saying? Canelo Alvarez hasn't even said that he wants to be the greatest fighter in the world. I just think right now he's just getting a bag from fights. I think that that's really it. But he says he loves the training part of it. He loves the training aspect of it. He said, once I start loving this shit, that's when I'm out. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that Canelo Alvarez is trying to be the greatest fighter in the world. And obviously, if he beats Terence Crawford, obviously he won't get the most credit. But I mean, Terence Crawford is still a good fighter. Terence Crawford is still a pound for pound #1 fighter. I mean, I think fans would take that in consideration too. Uh, but when has that stopped them from taking fights that people didn't want? Khan, Kirkland, Bivol, Kovalev, and the whole Euro tour. Um, I mean, I don't know. At those times, put it in context. Maybe Khan, of course. I remember Khan. Definitely, nobody wanted to see that shit, but we got it. You know what I'm saying? And when we got it, it wasn't. It was yeah. Khan did his little thing here and there, but it was more of a money grab. I feel like that shit wasn't nothing. That shit was trash. Uh, Kirkland, yeah. Bivol was the 175 pounds. Fans was calling for that fight, believe it or not. Kovalev was definitely one nobody was really calling out. Nobody really cared to see. And the whole Euro tour was to become undisputed. So Callum Smith, Billy Joe Saunders, and then Caleb Plant. But yeah, dog, you going for undisputed. You gotta fight the champions in the division. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not like you really had a choice. If you wanted to be an undisputed champion, you really had to go through those guys. You know what I mean? But maybe the Avni Yildirim fight. But then again, I believe that was because the WBC had that fight in line for David Benavidez. And then once he won that belt from Callum Smith, before the fight, it was understood that whoever was the winner had to fight Abney Oderum, and in that year he fought 4 times. So it's like, yeah, what the fuck were the fans really calling for at those times? Jamal Charlo, bro. What were people really calling for him to fight? You know what I'm saying? At those time periods, all I can think about is like Jamal Charlo, Jamal, and nobody was calling him to fight David Benavidez. I feel like at that time period, either Jamal, come on, bro. At 168, nobody messing with Canelo. End of story. They can hope all they want. That's how I feel about it, dog. That's how I feel about the situation. I just don't see it, bro. I don't see it. I don't see it. I never thought Spence was anything special. Dudes is really high off that win. Dude had a whole parade. And like I said, man, that whole 147-pound division isn't even impressive, bro. It's not an impressive division. They all equally match. He's just the best of all of them. You know what I'm saying? He's the best one of all of them because he has a better skill set than all of them. You know what I'm saying? But we're not going to sit here and act like Kavaliauskas ain't putting no work on him. You know what I mean? We're not going to sit here and just be like, nah, Kavaliauskas ain't do nothing. Kavaliauskas was giving this dude trouble, bruh. Up until, obviously up until it was over. But Kavaliauskas had more success than Earl Spence. Earl Spence just had to fight. We thought obviously they were the two top dudes. You have to respect that. You know what I'm saying? You have to respect Earl Spence. They were the two top dudes in that division. You know what I mean? They were the two top guys, and everybody wanted to see that fight. That was a great fucking fight that everybody wanted to see. So you can't take that away. You know what I mean? But in that division, your Dennis Ugas could have beat Earl Spence. He just ain't pulled a trigger on it. You know what I'm saying? We would have seen Terence Crawford or Dennis Ugas. It's over for Ugas. You know, Terence Crawford, we seen what he did with Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? Sean Porter said himself, you know how they say, I always give fighters trouble. I make them uncomfortable. I never felt that Terence Crawford was uncomfortable when he fought me. What does that say? You know what I'm saying? He made Earl Spence uncomfortable. And even at that, Sean Porter still had Earl Spence beating Terence Crawford. Just even off of him saying that. You know what I'm saying? Still had Earl Spence. So what does that tell me? Is that mainly all of them are evenly matched. Look at the fight with Sean Porter or Dennis Ugas. Evenly matched fight. Evenly matched fight. Look at Dennis Ugas, Earl Spence. It was evenly matched up until Denny started getting his ass whooped. Look at Danny Garcia. Non-competitive at all at 147 pounds. See what I'm saying? So, like, most of the honestly, if we being honest, Terence Crawford might have even had tougher opponents in Kavaliauskas than Denny's, Sean Porter, and Danny Garcia all in itself. To be honest, if we being honest, I don't know. We will have to see the fights. You know what I'm saying? But I still feel like your Dennis, you guys will get his ass rocked by Kavaliauskas. He's a strong ass puncher. It might be flat footed, might be this, might be that, but he goes to work. He pressures. You know what I'm saying? He's a good fighter. He's overlooked. You know what I'm saying? Still a good fighter though. But at 147 pounds, I feel like they're all evenly matched, except for Terence Crawford. Might be a little bit more uh, more of an elite fighter. You know what I'm saying? The only elite fighter at 147 pounds. So, yeah, he went inside of that ring and made it look super easy against Earl Spence. 154 pounds, we're going to see him go up 154 pounds. With Earl Spence, I feel like he still beats him, dominates him, does the same thing, right? Maybe Earl Spence brings in a little bit different game plan. Maybe we see a little different story. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, now we're going to have to see him with Tim Tszyu. Now we're going to have to see him with Jermell Charlo. Now I want to see him against Fundora. You know what I'm saying? So he could skip the line, go to 168 pounds, and get decapitated by Canelo Alvarez, or you could dog shit at 154 pounds, move gradually, become undisputed at 154 pounds, go up 160 if you really trying to run it up. You know what I'm saying? Terence Crawford was groomed to think that he will be able to beat Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds by the media. He was trained by them. See what I'm saying? They Jeffrey Epsteined him. You know what I'm saying? They Jeffrey Epstein him. He was groomed. He was groomed when he went up there, and now he feels like he's gonna be able to beat him. Benavidez was harder than Earl. Jose Benavidez. Yeah, even Jose with a shot foot. You know what I'm saying? He got shot the week before and still went to the fight. And still was tougher than Ugas school Porter too. Yeah, Ugas beat Porter. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Bud gonna decapitate Bud. Canelo gonna decapitate Bud. Yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah. And if we not being matchmakers, I get what Mark Nash is saying, bro. I get it. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to be matchmakers. We fans, of course. I get it. Dog, we fans. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to be realistic. Do I want to see the fight? Fuck it, I'll watch it. Why not? It's not like I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm not watching the fucking fight. Because I think Terence Crawford gonna get his ass whooped. I'm gonna watch that shit, bro. And and like I said, when he gets fucking stretched out, taken in a in a bag, I'm gonna be laughing, bro. I'm gonna be laughing because this is what fans do. They gaslight the shit out these fighters to make them feel like they this and they that. And at the end of the day, dog, you know what I'm saying, is weight classes for a reason, my boy. It's not like I'm hating on this dude. I'm not trying to hate. If he goes up there, he beats Canelo Alvarez, go status. Off the rip. You know what I'm saying? We have to be realistic though. Can't just be like, oh nah. No. He got it. He gonna beat him. We gonna edge him in this fight too. Dog, that's to get Canelo Alvarez mad, bruh. And so that we can see that. But dog, these dudes know, bruh. These dudes know. We I don't know. Bros like Jose Ramirez, same things. Since never changes. Yeah, man. It's not gonna come out. He's not gonna come out, dog. Tank versus Crawford. Even at that, bruh, I definitely don't have no Tank being able to beat Crawford. You know what I'm saying? The shit would be funny. You know what I mean? But I don't have no Tank Davis going to 147 pounds and beating uh, Terence Crawford. It's a reason why Tank Davis said, I'm going back down to 135 pounds, bro. Got to think about that too. There is a reason. And not only I'm going to 135 pounds, I'm not fighting nobody at 135 pounds. There is a reason why that's a thing. I think Tank Davis was gaslighting himself, dog. He was just talking shit. Like, yeah, I knock him out, this and that. But in reality, bro, that shit ain't about to fly. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to just go in there and knock out Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? A dude that's never been knocked out, bro. You know what I mean? We got to be realistic. Your skill set, you're a good fighter. You got the power. You know what I mean? But you ain't going up there to be no Crawford, dog. It's as simple as that. You're just not doing that. It's a reason why you went back from 140 pounds when you fought Mario Barrios back down to 135. There's a reason. Tank Crawfish. Bud should just fight Tank. Tank has to put stipulations on Barrios and Ryan. Canelo versus Tank. Canelo, yeah, I like how you said that, bro. Canelo versus Tank. That's gonna be next, dog. Like where there is no weight classes to people, bro. So Tank versus Canelo after Terence Crawford versus, because we just gonna be doing crayons. We playing with crayons and shit. We just trying to connect the dots. Fuck it. Ben Rodriguez versus Tyson Fury. We're gonna see who could win that fight. Little man versus the big man. Why not? Like, there is no ceiling. There's no ceiling no more. Fuck it. Who gives a fuck? Fuck it. This is boxing. Nobody cares. Fuck it. We playing around with crayons and shit. Like when we in elementary school. Yeah. You know what? Chocolatito versus who do we want to see him fight? Let's see him fight Fundora. Let's see him fight Fundora. Chocolatito versus Fundora next week. Let's see that fucking fight. Like we have to be realistic, bro. We gotta be realistic. Bud versus Bivol, fuck dared to be great. Shit. That's a tough task too, dog. That's too much of a tough task, dog. Bivol is a very skilled fighter, bro. Canelo could crack him. Yeah, nah, Bivol's too skilled. Bro, Yildirim got a Canelo fight coming off of a loss to Anthony Durrell. But Mark Nash, bro, you ain't listening to me, bro. I stated why I talked about Yildirim earlier. I just said the WBC before the fight, before Canelo Alvarez fought Callum Smith, bro. Before that fight, they told them whoever wins this fight is mandated to fight and Avni Yildirim. See what I'm saying? Because that he was the mandatory to David Benavidez. He was going to be mandated to fight David Benavidez. The reason David Benavidez had lost his belt, so the belt was vacant. You had Canelo Alvarez and Callum Smith going for that belt. Now, it was already set in play that whoever wins that fight has to fight Avni Yildirim no matter what, bro. See what I'm saying? So that's why in that year, you saw Canelo Alvarez fight 4 times. See what I'm saying? Canelo Alvarez fought that December against Callum Smith, or that January. Then he fought back in May. I believe it was that January or that February. He fought back in May against Avni Yildirim, and that shit lasted like, what, 4 rounds? But the reason why was because David Benavidez got his belt stripped. But that fight was already set to be played. The reason why Avni Yildirim was a mandatory after he was coming off a loss to Anthony the Dog Durrell was because that fight ended in controversy. See what I'm saying? So the WBC played a favor for Avni Yildirim. That Anthony Durrell Avni Yildirim fight ended in a controversy. Something happened in that fight. I didn't watch that fucking fight. That shit's trash. But something happened in that fight where the WBC, he felt like he was wronged in that fight in some way, which way or form. And then the WBC was like, okay, so we're gonna mandate you to get a title shot against whoever, David Benavidez. David Benavidez gets stripped. Now Callum Smith and Canelo Alvarez go for that belt. It was understood before the fight, whoever wins this fight has to fight Avni Yildirim. He fights Avni Yildirim, and I mean the rest is history, bro. You know what I'm saying? Facts, Bam could do it. David beat Goliath. It's been done before. Exactly, bro. You know, like what's the limits now? You know what I'm saying? Because if we being realistic, if I'm being realistic, I'm gonna say, bro, Terence Crawford, I ain't pressuring you to go fight Canelo Alvarez. You want to do it? That's on you. You know what I'm saying? You're daring to be great. You know what I mean? But if you don't feel that shit, to be honest, bro, because he didn't feel that way, dog. And I'm talking like that because he didn't feel that way. After the Earl Spence fight, he came out, he said, when somebody asked him about Canelo Alvarez, he said there are weight classes for a reason. I don't see myself going past 154 pounds, bro. And you could search that up. You could look at that. He said it out of his mouth, his own damn self. He said he does not see himself going past 154 pounds, bro. See what I'm saying? And when I tell you he got groomed after the media, he got groomed, dog. Because ain't no way in hell now you talking about, oh yeah, I go to 168 pounds and fight Canelo Alvarez. Come on, let's be serious, bro. See what I'm saying? If that was his main goal after the Earl Spence fight, hell yeah, I'd have been like, damn, he confident in his shit. But that wasn't his thing. He wasn't confident like that after that Canelo fight, after that Earl Spence fight. He wasn't saying that after that Earl Spence fight. See what I'm saying? I know where he was at. And then Bomac putting shit in his head, dog. That's what Bomac is doing. He putting shit in his head. Tio versus Rocha. But Bomac got to, right? That's his trainer. Whatever his decision is, I'm sure that Bomac got to support that shit. I mean, it is what it is. You got to ride with your guy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, fuck it. And I'm sure Bomac think he can win too. You know what I'm saying? Tio versus Rocha might happen. What's your thoughts? That's a good fight, dog. Hey, Rocha's a good fighter, man. I mean, you know, I think Tio beats him, though. Alexis Rocha, right? Is that Alexis Rocha? But Alexis Rocha is at 140 pounds. Nah. Who we talking about? Who? Alexis Rocha, right? Is he at 140 pounds or 100 and I can't remember, dog. Can't remember. There to be great. Oh, you get okay. So Rocha's not at 140 pounds. Oh yeah, Alexis Rocha's at 147. Oh, yeah. Fuck that. Yeah, no, Tio better not go up there, dog. That's a heavy hitter, dude, right? He a heavy ass hitter. I gotta look into it. Yildirim was the stay busy fight. Who cares? It wasn't just a stay busy fight though, bro. Because we got to put it in context. The real reason why that fight was made, it wasn't just to stay busy. Obviously, that was one of the reasons, but the real reason is because David Benavidez, uh, after that fight, the WBC paid a favor off to Avni Yildirim because that fight against Anthony Durrell ended in controversy. You see what I'm saying? So it the context is there. It's facts. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I mean, it wasn't because he was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna take a tune up. No, it wasn't that at all. You know what I'm saying? He needed to keep that WBC belt because he still had to go fight. He still wanted to become undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was a stay busy fight, yeah, that was probably one of the reasons why. But he fought 4 times that year. You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm not. It is what it is. You fight 4 times, you giving the fans what they want to see. You fight. Simple as that. You know what I mean? Fighting 1 time, 2 times a year, that's cool if you making meaningful fights though. You know what I'm saying? Fighting 4 times, that shit is even better though. You know what I mean? Fighters used to do it. That's being picky. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. You know what I mean? Bud said that he would go to 168 for clout. He literally said it on the Joe Rogan podcast. He capping cultures. Yeah. After that, that's after he went on Power 106. He went on, I think he went Hot 97. He went on Gilly the Kid and Wallow joint after he did Stephen A. Dog, it's so many joints he went and did after that, right? Before the Joe Rogan, after the Earl Spence fight. So many joints he did before that. So many joints in that on the Joe Rogan one. I don't know who put the battery on his back to even say that, to utter that. But if you go back, I think the Stephen A. Smith fight, the Stephen A. Smith one was first, if I'm not mistaken. Go back and look at that interview and you see him say that he ain't going to no 154 pounds, dog. I mean, 168 pounds. Yeah, they are weight classes for a reason. And why you think that Canelo Alvarez, when he went on Power 106, uh, no, when he did the it was a Power 106.1, when he did the one with Charlemagne and DJ Envy, right? And then Aki was there, right? Aki, what's his name? Dude from the Zone that used to be on the Zone, Akin Barak, right? Akin Barak, the Ak dude was there, right? Right there, he was getting pressure. They were talking. Oh, when Canelo Alvarez did that interview, right? They asked him about the Terence Crawford fight. Canelo Alvarez says they're weight classes for a reason. You know what I'm saying? If I'm Canelo Alvarez, I'm telling him, dog, what you want me to do, bro? You want me to kill this dude? Like, what y'all want to see? A dead body in the middle of the ring? What the fuck y'all trying to see here, man? You know what I'm saying? I get it, dog. Yeah, but where are we drawing the line? Where are we drawing the line at? You know what I'm saying? Bam Rodriguez ordered to fight Tyson Fury just because for our entertainment. Fuck it, right? No, we got to be realistic about it too. I'm a fan first, but I got to be realistic as well. You know what I'm saying? I could care less. Terence Crawford wants to go and fucking fight uh, Canelo Alvarez. Power to him. Only thing is, though, are you confident enough that you can beat this dude? I don't trust in you. You know what I'm saying, for you to beat him. I just don't. Even though he's a very skilled fighter. We've seen very skilled fighters fight and lose. We've seen very skilled fighters go up in weight class and lose. Bam jumped 2 weight classes on late notice, dominating champ. Was great. Yeah. Hey, I mean, fuck it. Let's see it, dog. I'll see it. I'll watch that motherfucking fight. I don't care. If he wants to do it, he's doing it. You know what I'm saying? There to be great. Hey, he's doing just that. He's there to be great. You know what I'm saying? And I respect it. I respect the play. You want to fight Canelo Alvarez, you get the opportunity, fuck it. Why not? You know what I'm saying? I respect the play. But don't let the media groom you into thinking that you could possibly beat Canelo Alvarez when the outcome might be different, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna be telling yourself there are weight classes for a reason. But then again, Terence Crawford said he don't even see himself fighting past the age of 33 or some shit like that, right? Or 34, whatever. I'm saying he don't even see himself uh, fighting past that time. So, I mean, we'll see. Rocha beat Cobbs. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the dude that Cobbs thought it was, but yeah, Rocha proved, came in there with different plans that night. Bud and Earl duck Cobbs. Hey, yo, Blair Cobb's the funniest dude, bruh. He's the funniest guy. Blair the Flair Cobbs. Man. He ducked himself, bro. I'm saying. But it is what it is, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe, man. I appreciate y'all coming through. Uh, Sergeant Mark Nash, OG Blaze Pounds. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. Hey, we might not agree, but fuck it. It's a talking point, man. For sure. And we out. Peace.